Hey friend, welcome to the Fuel Your Awesome show. I'm so glad you're back. You are in for a super special treat today. My friend Mike Gordon is here, and not only is he going to be talking about some of the incredible adventures he's been on, from skydiving in Dubai to spicy eating competition in Mexico, but he's also going to be getting a live coaching session on how to fuel yourself for the adventures that you're on while you travel. And I know so many of you out there are getting ready to go on spring break trips. Summer's right around the corner, and trips are just a part of our life. And so, learning how to eat empowered while we are on the road is super important. Mike is on the road about 250 days out of the year. So he is one that needs this information. And I know you need it too, guys. I can't wait for you to meet him. He is fun to hang out with. He is my friend, and I'm so excited to bring him on today. You're in for a treat, both for some good laughs and some fun nutrition travel tips. Let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to fuel your adventure today. It's going to be awesome. Hey, I'm Jess, host of the Fuel Your Awesome podcast. I overcame an eating disorder in my early 20s with a mix of faith and empowered eating. Now, I get to partner with food and fitness to create this energy level that can keep up with everything I value, like being a mama, a wife, and a champion for amazing humans like you. The best part, we are flipping the script on what aging healthy looks like, embracing grit, grace, and contagious confidence. Here, nutrition science meets mindset glow-ups to create a health approach that amplifies every area of your life. I have always believed health should be a launching pad, not a glass ceiling, and I'm here to help you make that shift too. This isn't a quick fix, my friend. It's your weekly recharge. Think audio coffee with an edge, served by me and my expert guests to challenge the status quo of health and empower you to fuel your awesome. Mike, I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me. Wow, here we are on your show. Super cool.
Man, so we met at the Bob Goff retreat. It's coming up on a year.
It's been that long? Yeah, it
Yes.
would have been. Wow, yeah, last April, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
we're coming
almost
up
that's
on it.
almost 1 year. That
I
was fun.
remember it was so fun. But when I first met you, I was like, I wake up early and you said, I do too. And I said, cool, let's have coffee. And you said, I don't drink coffee. And I thought, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah,
Mhm.
for people who don't know, Bob Goff is the reason why we know each other, which is a pretty cool thing. And yeah, we hung out in somewhere in California about a year ago, and
Yeah,
uh, and here we are, almost a year later, and we're still friends. So,
I love
thanks,
it.
Bob. Yeah,
I
thanks,
know,
Bob.
right? Shout out to Bob. I love your bio. It seriously reads like an action movie. And so I'm just thinking, out of all of these wild experiences, like literally swimming with sharks, that's insane, to fear factor, you got to just tell me, like, what has been the most thrilling? Like, what tops in the top, what lands in the top five?
Oh, top five. Yeah, I mean, one of the most adventurous things I've ever done was trying to help my 95-year-old grandma how to use Netflix. Now that was pretty adventurous. That was oh my goodness, that was 2 hours of just like high adrenaline, and she was able to figure it out. Thank the Lord, right? But that was definitely one of the most thrilling things I've ever done. When my grandma was able to hit the on button, and hit play on her whatever movie she wanted. Um, wow, that was the moment. That's when I knew like I accomplished everything in life.
You've arrived at that point.
Yeah, so true. No, one of the craziest things. Well, that is true. I actually did help her. A couple years ago, I was speaking in a conference out in Dubai, so out in the Middle East. And when I was out there, doing a few conferences, a few churches, but I had 3 or 4 days off. And the person who booked me for one of the conferences really encouraged me. They said, when you come out here, listen, you can do anything. Like, this is like, it's for people who travel, people who visit. It's
Yeah.
really a city built for tourists in some regards. And he said, you can do anything. So I like go on Google. I'm like, what's anything? What does that look like? And one of the most popular recommendations was skydiving. Now, there are two problems. I got two problems. One, I am terrified of heights. Okay, like heights, probably my number one fear. So skydiving doesn't really make sense. Problem number two is I'm a male, which means I'm stupid. Okay. So like a normal person will say you're scared of heights, don't jump out of an airplane. No, no, that doesn't work for me. So in that moment, I, put my credit
Oh
card
my gosh.
information in there, hit confirm. And yeah, so that would have been on February 13th, 2018. Oh, that was a couple years ago. Feels like it was like 2 years ago. That was a
Doesn't,
while ago.
yeah.
I'm old now. But yeah, but I remember the date, February 13th. And I went to that skydiving facility and well, let's put it this way. I brought a second pair of underwear just in case I pooped my pants on the way down. I had something to change into. Like no one wants to go on back on in like an Uber car, Uber ride, smelling like that, right? So I was
No.
terrified. I thought I was going to die, but
Well,
it was one of the most amazing experiences ever. And when they drop you, like you're being dropped on like those man-made like Palm Islands, like super cool view, very cool experience. And I'll never do it again, but I'm so glad I did it.
yeah, so how did you get your brain to turn off enough to jump out of the plane? Or was that like something you were okay with because you're a dude and it
Well,
feels okay?
well, I had a speaking tour coming up starting the following month or so, and I really needed a good sermon illustration. So the only thing that really kept me going through with all of it was knowing if I don't jump out of the plane, I have nothing for the tour. So
Shoot.
that shut my brain off pretty quickly. It was like this or nothing. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. I signed up to do skydiving once in my life. And I was in college and we did this adventure tour and we actually did bungee jumping on day one. And it was in New Zealand, like the highest spot in the world. Oh my gosh, Mike, it was crazy. They like took you out in this pod with a glass bottom floor. And so you could see at the bottom, like what you're jumping down into and then you have to jump. And it was also terrifying. Like I never would do it again, but so glad I did it. Same kind of vibe. But then they had skydiving the next day and we were registered. And I remember going, I didn't sleep the night before we went bungee jumping. And I thought, oh, I can't do this again. And the weather was bad. So they canceled the skydiving. And I
Oh,
kind of thought, okay, I'm just not meant to skydive ever. And I've never thought about it again, ever.
good for you. Honestly, like I think bungee jumping is harder. I don't know why, but that just seems,
Oh no.
I don't know, like you're falling face first to the ground. Like that sounds way worse.
At least, but something is, I don't know, you're still attached. Like in a plane, it's a free fall. And in the bungee jump, we had a 7-second free fall, and that was it. And then the cord caught you. And I will say it was the most freeing feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. But when I felt that cord tug, I was like, oh, phew, thank God.
Yeah, there's way too many YouTube videos where you
Oh
don't feel the
gosh.
tug and something goes wrong, and that was my mistake with skydiving. I watched like every skydiving failed attempt, on
No,
YouTube, and
no.
I don't know
Mm-mm.
why. I want to know what I was signing up
Why
for,
did
and
you do that?
I don't know. I was preparing my funeral, so
Oh my gosh.
just in case, guys.
Oh, that is so wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to ask, and your bio, you talk about doing a spicy eating competition in Mexico. You got to tell me about this.
Yeah, so again, that just goes back to me being dumb. So down in Mexico, doing like mission work, so just helping people. And we're actually I was with a group of people, and we were staying in an orphanage, and helping you know take care of orphans, but then
Wow.
also repair things. And I'm not a handyman, so I wouldn't say I repaired anything, but the other people did. But then one of the days we took a walk to one of the local churches, and the pastor there, with all the locals and the few of us on the team, he decided, hey, let's do a spicy eating competition for the Canadians and Americans, and um, I'm not bad with spice, but there's a difference between like hot from Taco Bell versus hot from Mexico,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
but again, I'm not just, I'm not smart. So when they said, let's do it, we need volunteers, let's go. I'm like, let's go for it.
I'm in.
And I didn't realize it. It felt like it was like a very illegal thing, because then the pastor started handing out a hat. He passed a hat around, and people are dropping money in the hat, like taking bets on like who's going to win. It was so crazy. So they gave us the hottest pepper they had, and that was fine. Number two, well, it wasn't fine. Like that hurt some people. Then the second one was they gave us the hottest chili they had. And then the third round, now we're down to two people already because like everyone bailed after the second one. And then the third round, they put their hottest hot sauce in the chili. And the reason I lost, if I'm being honest, at that point your mouth is so numb, like anything feels hot. But the hot sauce they put in, it was the texture, like kind of gross. Like it felt like I was eating boogers. Like I don't know how to put it. And I remember taking a bite, and it wasn't the hotness that made me quit. It was like feeling like I was eating snot. Now I know you viewers don't need to hear that image, but I'm just like throwing the towel. I'm done. So I came in second, but not because of the heat, because of the texture.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think many would have given up long before that. So,
Yeah, some did. Some did. Yeah.
wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have all of these amazing stories, which is why I was like, let's be friends, even though you don't drink coffee. Like, I'll look past that. But can you just tell us a little bit about like the heart behind these adventures? Because you really are doing some amazing work out there.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. So, well, there are two reasons for it. When it comes to the actual work, for the last 13 and a half years, all I've been doing is traveling the world as a Christian speaker. And that means you speak at, events and conferences and concerts and churches, and absolutely love it. But my problem was for a long time, I just spoke. And what I mean by that is I would speak and then I had something else lined up, so then I would have to, go to the next place. And I never really took any adventures for a long time. One of my biggest regrets, about 10 years ago, I was speaking at this Christian conference in China. And I remember I flew out on a Saturday evening because of like time difference and all that. I got there Monday afternoon. I had one day off, spoke at a 4-day conference. I had one more day off for that, a day off after that, and then I flew back to another conference to another place. And after that, I'm like, who flies all the way around the world and doesn't take more than a day to like look around, especially in a cool country like China? So it was after that trip when I realized, listen, like I have this beautiful life and I have the privilege to travel and see things, and I need to take advantage of that. So since that China trip, I decided let's go for it. Let's take the adventure. So whether it's skydiving, whether it's you know um, I don't know what else I've done. Whatever it's like whitewater rafting in like the
Shark
jungle, like yeah,
swimming.
swimming with
Oh,
sharks in
yeah.
the Pacific Ocean. Like I'm just one of those. Hey, we're here. I'm still semi young. And maybe it's a midlife crisis. Maybe that's what's happening. But regardless, I'm just going for it, and I love it. And I'm a storyteller, so if you live through these adventures, you have a good story to tell at some point.
Yeah, I'll say. Dang, that's just amazing. Yeah, it's really cool to hear of your adventures. But so today we're going to talk about traveling and how to maintain some healthy-ish or health. I guess the spicy eating competition. I don't know if that would be on the agenda, but we're going to dive into how you can actually eat healthy while you're traveling literally around the world. So I guess I'm curious, like when you are on travel, what do you think is the biggest challenge you face when you go these
Yeah,
places?
so yeah, that's a great question. So my two biggest challenges is number one, money. And I know it sounds weird, but like if you're on an 8-week tour and some of these weeks it's your responsibility to eat 3 times a day. So it's not like, this event paying for every single meal. And even if they were, it's still expensive. One of my biggest challenges is how to eat healthy and keep it somewhat affordable. You can't just go to Outback, for 3 meals a day and spend $40, a meal. At least I can't. Maybe some
Yeah.
people can. That's one of my biggest challenges. My other challenge is, I have gotten a little older, and forever I didn't care what I ate. You could go to McDonald's 3 days a week, three
Mhm.
days, 3 times a day.
Mhm.
And you're like, oh, I'm fine. But then you get a little older, and then you start developing like a little fanny pack, a little fanny pack down there. People think I wear a fanny pack 24/7. I'm like, no, it's a fatty pack, like it just, I don't know where it came from. But really, a challenge is realizing I'm not young anymore, and
Mhm.
I can't just shed off the pounds and the calories or the bad food. So that's where I come from, and this is where I want to learn from you, because I'm on the road sometimes 250 days a year. Um, I need help. How do you, stretch that dollar, and then how do I make good choices and realize, hey, maybe this place is better, or this option is more healthy than always going to the cheapest, quickest thing that I've done for 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah. You're not alone in any of that. Like the money piece, because one, like whether you're on the road or you're just walking into the inflation of every grocery store, yeah, that's a serious problem. And then, although I have to say the age factor, we are not old, Mike.
Okay.
We are not old. I do not receive that. We are young. It's just things change. And I always give the analogy, like I have a hat on, but like if I have lines on my forehead, nothing's wrong with my forehead. That's just evidence that I've raised my eyebrows enough times to give myself lines. Now there's things we can do, right? Like people get treatments, they get Botox, they do different things to hide those lines. But it's the same thing with, yeah, you got a beanie on, you're hiding. We got the
I'm hiding,
protein.
yeah, the forehead wrinkles are hidden. These
I
eye
know.
wrinkles are, I need Botox. These eye wrinkles are getting a little,
These are
some people call
records.
them laugh. They call them laugh wrinkles,
I
but
know.
I
I
don't believe
like these
them.
ones, the eye
Yeah. Okay. You
ones.
got them.
Yeah, you can't. I think we're on Zoom. I'm proud of these ones. The forehead ones, I'll wear a hat. I'll hide those more.
I love it.
But I think like the heart of it is like nothing's wrong. And like how you're noticing things are changing. That's not indicative of something being wrong with your body. You're right. It's just things change as you age. And you got to pay a little more attention, or there's a natural progression that happens with aging. So, okay, so I have like two main tips.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one, and there's two parts to this. Number one is you need a go bag. You need something that you take with you that gives you like some of the base nutrition components. And so you tell me how feasible this is for you. And when I think of a go bag, like, and I design these with people, everyone's looks a little bit different. But like the main components would be a shaker bottle that can like be a water bottle. It can kind of flip back and forth. Portable protein,
Mm,
whether that's protein bar, protein powder packs, beef jerky, electrolytes,
mm.
fiber, like little fiber packets, which I laugh because like my mom and grandma used to always have those. And I was like, you're old because you have those. And now I'm in that category.
Well, I don't even know what they are. Like I know
Okay.
what eating like bran cereal is for old people, but fiber, you drink it, you eat it. Is
Yep.
it? What?
Yeah. There are some great products, and I'm going to tell you where to get all of
Okay,
these.
okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
won't
going to link
interrupt.
them all in the show notes, and you're going to get your customized go bag after this, Mike. So there's one that's called Sun Fiber. I absolutely love it. It's a pre and probiotic, and it's a very specific type of fiber that is helpful for balancing like IBS, which a lot of people get when they're traveling, especially like if you're on the road. There's that sedentary bit where you're not moving, and that can cause things to back up. When you're flying in an airplane, it's that elevation change that actually causes like third spacing of your fluids, and so your pipes aren't working as well. So having these little fiber packets are super helpful to keep things regular. And I'll tell you, I'm going to get like a little like nerd brain for a second because I'm really passionate about this piece. But when you're out there speaking, like that requires so much mental focus, right? You have to be on, and then you're engaging with people and you want your best self to be present. There is such a deep connection between your gut health and your brain fog.
Mm,
And so if we can get you some just really easy like pre-packaged powders that you take and you literally mix it in water, super easy to go with, I think it would help clear up like any potential travel induced brain fog that you might feel.
Wow, I never even thought about how airplanes and stuff like that, will plays a part, but as you're saying that, totally. Yeah, I've had some experiences where I'm just like, oh, like maybe I ate something bad or whatever it is, and never really thought about even that part of traveling and the effect that has. And then the brain fog. Yeah, that happens.
Does it?
Whoa, you're so smart. You're so smart. Okay, tell me more. This is
Okay.
awesome. Tell me more.
Okay. So we got some electrolyte, and actually the electrolytes piece plays into the like the water and fluid shifts that happen. And I only know about this not actually because I'm a dietitian, but because I got jet bloat really bad one time. Have you ever gotten this?
Tell me more.
Oh, it's so painful. It's like literally your stomach blows up. Like if you look pregnant, you get so much fluid in there. And it happens when your electrolytes get off, or maybe you do eat something that is a little outside of what you're like, maybe after a spicy uh, competition in Mexico, this might happen. But anytime things get off, there's a like air can get trapped in your GI system and it just starts to like extend. And then of course you're on a plane and I talk about farts all day long. I've got two boys in the house, but like you're on a plane, you can't fart. You don't want to just like let it out. So well, maybe you do. I try not
If you're
to.
by the engine, you could get away with it,
Well, but you don't want to stink up the plane. And then you
Wow.
like, I don't know.
Just blame the person beside you. Just fart and be like, "Excuse me."
Who did that? No. Well, I did. I had this and I did not fart because I did not want to be that person. So I get off and it's so painful. It's so painful. And I have to wait till I get out of the airport. Oh, it's just awful.
I'm done. That's so good.
You've never had this.
Well, yeah, the more I think about it, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, sometimes I try to go to like the little airplane bathroom, which is like 2 by 2 feet,
Yeah.
and you try, but sometimes it's hard. You don't have enough room to bend a certain way, or like.
The mechanics are off.
Yeah, it's so true.
So this is what we're trying to prevent with a little bit of fiber and electrolytes.
Oh, tell me more. This is awesome. This is
Yes.
game changing. I feel like I'm in counseling. This is so good.
Well, okay, so all this to say, I know about this from personal experience. And I get off the plane, run out of the airport, like release myself. I'm finally okay. But it was so painful. And so I start researching it. And yeah, it's a fluid shift that causes air to get trapped in your GI tract. And so you prevent this by like inoculating the situation with hydration, electrolytes, and then fiber just to keep things moving. So it's very important. We don't want any of that before your big talks.
Yeah, nobody wants that. So thank you.
Nobody wants that. Oh man. Okay, but back to your go bag.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need a go bag. And so I said there are two parts to this. Like one is the go bag you travel with. And then the second is actually having like some core meals that you can have either at your hotel or at your VRBO. I mean, if you have a kitchen, it's great. But one of my favorite things to do for folks that are traveling is actually make them like their little menu. And they go out and they order groceries before they get there and they either pick them up on the way or they get them delivered. And you have a couple meals that are just there for you, super cheap because you bought them at the grocery store. And usually much healthier than, grabbing McDonald's 3 times a day.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. And again, I don't really think about that because when you're on the road, you're not really thinking, hey, I can go to a grocery store. It's always I have to go somewhere quick or
Mhm.
whatever. And you're right, some of the hotels I am in, yeah, they have a little something. They got some
Mhm.
kitchen type setup. And
Mhm.
yeah, but I love the go bag idea, but then you're right. I know it's not revolutionary, but again, when you're on the road, you're not really thinking. I can still go to
Totally.
Walmart grocery store. I can still go to, wherever and pick up a few healthy things. Huh.
What would you pick up? Like, what would be on your grocery list?
If I was on the road or in real
Mhm.
life, in my
Well, real
day-to-day
life.
life. Yeah, I guess it's both.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I probably like some sort of fruit, you know, apples.
Mhm.
Clearly, I don't.
You're
What I
passing the
do.
test so far. You're passing the
Okay,
test.
I'll do that. I'll do
Yeah.
that. And then one thing I do sometimes though, I do grab like a big bag of like peanuts or something, like some sort
Mhm.
of nut protein. Because even in the car, it's just easy to go like this. Um, Unless someone's allergic to nuts in the car, and then you know, you just ask them to get out. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
You can't ride with us.
We got a separate car for you.
Yeah.
Remember those days in high school when there was like the peanut allergy kids, and I feel so bad for them. And to
We were
eat alone
racist.
and yeah, eat alone and read alone and go to the prom alone. Like it was.
Oh, bad.
That's funny. But no, like nuts. I do the nut thing because they're
Mhm,
affordable and they're easy and just a
mhm.
handful here and there. Um, I do like granola bars and those, little breakfast bars and whatever. I haven't completely gone down the train of like protein bars. That's something to look into. Sometimes I do those little tiny like protein meal replacement shakes. I'm not sure if that's good for you or not, but
Yeah, I love this. I love all of it. Like when I think of putting and stocking or putting food in like a fridge at a hotel or stocking a VRBO, and at that point when you're on vacation, and this kind of goes into the second tip, which is like actually fueling the adventure you're on. We want like the food that you're having in the car or in the hotel room to be really functional. Like we want that to be the food that's really fueling, it's checking the fuel box. It might not be super fun. And so in that case, we're looking for higher protein, whether that's a protein bar, Greek yogurt, beef jerky, sausages you can heat up in the microwave, something that's real easy like that, and then fruit. So that's why I was like, that's awesome with the fruit because we've got fiber in that. So we're checking like the protein box and then the whole food fiber, like nutrition box with fruits. Really functional because what that does is if we can have like a solid breakfast with like Greek yogurt and berries or maybe like bananas and you heat up some sausage in the microwave. Awesome. Now you've like checked the fuel bucket so that when you go to lunch and you're at a conference, you can have more of like the experiential foods. I
mm,
imagine like in China, if they fed you in China, you're going to eat some really cool cultural foods. And so you're checking the health box in the morning, but then that leaves room for fun and flow for those
mm.
meals that you're eating out.
Yeah, no, that's very true. I like that. I mean, I think breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Mhm.
Is that true? I've heard that since I was a child. I never actually Googled it. But the way you explain it definitely makes sense for sure. But I was always a cereal kid growing up. I was always like the Lucky Charm, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I can't do that anymore, but you're helping me, maybe mature a little bit and act my age and maybe eat real breakfast food. Um, but I'll be honest, I don't like yogurt.
Mm.
I don't know why. I think I had a bad experience when I was like 7, and that was it. But I'll be willing to try yogurt again if that's what it takes for me to start the day well.
Mike, if you can go on Fear Factor, you can eat Greek yogurt.
Okay, you might be right. You might have me on that one.
You can do it. So, okay, hear me out. Because here's the thing that happens with aging. When you were like, well, how old were you when you started your ministry?
Yeah, so when I started my ministry at 20, yeah, 20 years old. Now I'm
Okay,
41. 41 now.
I
Woo!
know. 41 years young. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, when you start doing this tip though, you're going to feel more young. I promise.
Okay, okay,
Because
okay.
here's the thing. When you're in your 20s, you can take like any protein and it automatically clicks on the process in your body to regenerate muscle. And so you could eat like a bite of chicken and your body's like, "Sweet, protein, let's build muscle." But now that we're in our 40s, it doesn't work that way. Like we need a dose of protein to actually turn on that muscle repair process. And so having something like Greek yogurt, which has got 24 grams of protein in it, and you can even like add to it. Like if you bring some protein powder in your go bag, you can add some chocolate protein powder. I love adding, there's a stuff called PB2. Are you familiar with this? Okay, so it's like powdered peanut butter.
Wow.
And I like it because it travels really well. And you add that. Now you have this like chocolate peanut butter protein mousse that is so delicious. And you're looking at like 30 to 40 grams of protein, which for you, you probably need like at least 30 or 40 per meal, which is a
I mean,
high amount.
But have you seen my little arms? I might only need like 15 grams,
No,
you
no,
know?
you definitely need more. You definitely need more than
Well, I've
that.
been working out. Look at you can almost see definition.
Okay. Do this for like 2 weeks and then you flex your arms again.
I also have a hole in my shirt, but
You're
that's
gonna need a
okay.
new jacket if you eat
Okay,
this much
okay,
protein.
I'm gonna do this. We'll do a second podcast down the road. I can show everyone all the rips in my jacket because I'm so
Totally.
jacked eating Greek yogurt and powdered peanut butter, you know? And
It's gonna change your
working
world.
out. Maybe working out might help too.
Maybe a little. Just a smidge. Yeah. So, okay. So, Greek yogurt's one of them. That's probably the easiest because there's no microwave. That's why I always say that one. And I don't know. You got to try it once. But if you come back and you're like, Jess, I have PTSD and I cannot have Greek yogurt, then we'll heat up sausage in the microwave or we'll do something different.
I always love the backup plan. So thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Okay, so this go bag, stocking your hotel or your VRBO, those are going to be like two really crucial pieces because it's going to prevent you from getting in the situation that most people get in trouble with on travel, and that's like being stranded and having nothing to eat, and then just going to the quickest fast food joint and grabbing whatever they want, which I mean, I eat fast food. I'm not against fast food, but I think if you're on vacation, like that food should be reserved and your money should be reserved for the experiential eating. Like,
I agree. I agree.
yeah, the delicious food. So that just kind of prevents it. And then again, if you pack a lot of it in advance, then you got it on you. So you can at least buy time if you get really hungry.
So true. I like that.
Do you
I
think you'll
will
actually
listen.
do it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I will actually listen and obey these awesome tips because I am noticing like the value of eating well, and I also notice the other side of it when you don't eat well. Some of the things you said earlier, totally like the brain fog and just feeling drained and like all there's a few different things that I'm like never always made that connection to food.
Mhm.
However, I've experienced the other side, and it's nothing worse when you're feeling junky and you have to speak 3 times that day, or you have to be on for 18 hours if you're speaking and emceeing a festival, and
Yeah.
all day you're feeling junky and whatnot, and or not feeling 100% mentally or physically. I mean, I always just assume like I'm tired, I need good sleep, but I don't always relate that to, oh no, like if you eat a little better and have your little go bag, that could actually help me a little bit more than I realized. So yeah, I think I would actually do it for sure because um, I need it. Yeah, and I want to keep doing this, and I want to be healthy, and I want to have longevity in life, but also in the work that I do, and yeah, this is awesome. And I'll try yogurt. Maybe I'll film a video of me eating yogurt,
Please.
and I'll send it to you. Okay, you can.
Please. Oh, I would love that. Yeah, and then, like I said, if it doesn't work, we'll come up with a plan B. But I think you got to give it a try. It's going to take you back to Mexico. Throwing in the towel in Mexico.
I love it. I love that.
Okay, so we're gonna get you a list of like some protein powders and these supplements that you can take. The other piece to add to your go bag that I think would be awesome would be like a solid supplement stack. Do you take any supplements?
I nope.
Nada. Oh man, this is why you think 40 is old. This is
Good
why.
point. So are you saying I would be better looking if I took supplements 10 years ago? And are you saying that's why I look the way I do?
No,
Oh,
no, I'm saying you feel old, and
I do feel old,
age is a
yeah.
mindset. Age is a mindset and a little biology, and supplements help you hack that biology, which is why I'm a huge fan of them. And I become an increasingly big fan of them as I've gotten older because I do feel it too. Like I was, I would say I ate super intuitively. And by that, I mean like whatever I wanted. I mean, ice cream for dinner. I really lived that life for a long time. And I think I had to for a while. I mean, I don't know how much I've shared with you about my story. Just I struggled with an eating disorder when I was in college. And so I had to go through this like season of rebellion with food and just eating whatever I wanted. But there was a time, and it was really after I had my first son, I was really tired. Like my body was physically pushed to a new limit. And so I was like, this whole food freedom thing, like I like the concept, but there is a level of responsibility that I need to bring into how I care for my body now because I'm just tired and I'm not able to like show up as the mama I want to be and the employee that I want to be and the wife. And so I started, that's when I got into more, I would like what I call empowered eating, which is really just taking care of your body because you can. And like you said, for like the longevity piece. But the farther down I got that road and the older I got, the supplement layer came on and I started learning more about supplements. And when you pair supplements with nutrition, it is so powerful. And I say that because I think a lot of folks are like, just give me the pill. And it really doesn't work that way. Like you have to have the God made food in order for supplements to work. But when you pair it, it's incredible. Like science has really optimized nutrition and found out or figured out how to package it for us so it's convenient and it gets the job done at a new level. And I think for folks like you that are living this lifestyle, like you're not living a normal lifestyle, right? Like you are living a very extreme, adventurous, like leveled up lifestyle. You're going to have to bring an energy level that matches that. And supplements are an awesome way to do that.
Wow, yeah, sign me up. I'm down with that. Because yeah, and I didn't know. Like I would have assumed if you take supplements, you don't need to eat healthy, And I think a lot of people assume I'm getting everything here, so who cares about how I eat over there? I never even realize they go hand in hand. You need to do both. So I'm learning. So I'm learning. This
I'm
is
so
awesome.
excited.
You're educating me. This is
I'm so
great.
excited.
And now when I live to 127, like you get all the credit, you know?
I love that. I'll take it. I'll say yes. It's all the
Perfect.
supplements. No, I would credit it to that and your adventurous spirit because that is definitely something that keeps people young.
Yep.
We're
Yep.
just going to match your biology to it. I think that's cool. So my goal for next time that we connect, Mike, is you hop on here and you're like, man, I had no idea 40 something could feel this young.
Mm,
And you're around a lot of younger folks, aren't you? Like you
I
speak at a
am.
lot of youth
Yeah.
camps.
Yep.
You just watch how much more energy you have with a little bit of these nutrition tweaks. So we're going to send you recommendations for your go bag and then supplement recommendations. So you have those. And I'm excited. You'll have to keep us posted with how it's going.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I would love to keep you posted. And again, maybe when I'm big and strong and can jump high again and run fast, or faster, I can we can come. We'll do another show, and I'll just like set up the camera in a field, and I'll just run back and forth and start jumping and show you how young and athletic I am now.
Your next speaking event is going to start off with push-ups and jumping jacks. You're like, get up, everybody. We're young.
I love it. I love
It's going
that.
to be great. All right. What is next for you? Where are you headed next in the world? How can people stay connected with you? Tell us more.
Yeah, yeah. Like for me, I'm not traveling as much this year, um, because I'm trying to finish my first book, and I'm right near the end of that. So for the next 2 or 3 months, with the exception of like, the odd little 1 week trips where I'm speaking, at schools or universities or, conferences, I'm kind of home for a little bit. So that's good, especially health wise. I can eat well and go to the grocery store. Then after that in the summer, then I start doing all these festivals and all over America, jumping around and doing some really cool events like that. But yeah, right now the book is a priority. So although I'm out there, I'm not out there as much. But you can always find those adventures if you find me online. You don't have to because it's not a whole lot exciting on my social media. But if you type in Mike X Gordon on any social media platform, you can tap into maybe some of those weird adventures and those weird Instagram stories, or you won't learn anything on my Instagram, but you might you might
You
you
might
might laugh.
laugh.
You might laugh once in a while. So, but yeah, that's my next season. Get the book done, and then honestly, after that, hit the ground running and go back to hopefully 250 days a year on the road, and which is why all your tips today I think will help me so much, especially after a book release and whatnot, when you're back out there, especially going from like nothing, almost nothing, you're at home for 3 months and then bam. So I really appreciate all your expertise and your wisdom and giving me the time. I know it's a podcast, but you're also just teaching me along the way, and I really mean it. Like I actually think this could help my ministry and in my personal life as well, and especially for longevity. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to hear how it goes. I can't wait to read your book. So you got to keep us posted on that. We're going to share your ministry below. And if anybody wants to learn more about it or support it, they can go to your website and you guys can donate directly through the website. But huge fan of the work you're doing, Mike. I'm so honored to know you. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you, Bob, for making us friends. That's good.
Love you, Bob. I am so glad you stopped by. I know you're leaving today with so much insight, but let's make it actionable. Take a moment right now to choose one key takeaway and write it down. Putting it in writing is the first step to making it happen. And remember, it's small, consistent changes that spark the biggest health transformation. If you're ready to dive in deeper into empowered eating, check out the show notes for free resources and details on how to connect with me and the Empowered Eating team. If today's episode lit a spark, my friend, I'd be so grateful if you'd share the love. Leave a review and tag me on social media at JessBrownRD. By spreading the message, it helps us reach even more people who need empowered eating in their life. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're always in the loop. Until next time, my friend, I hope you have a beautiful day. Cheers and happy eating.